Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show how to set up the Kubernetes cluster. I need a base station to set up the Kubernetes. Currently I'm logged in into the base station, which is a Linux machine. The first thing is to clone the kubespray from this GitHub. I'm going to clone the version 2.15. Here is the command I'm going to use. I will provide this command in the description of this video. I'm going inside the cloned kubespray folder. You can see there is a requirements.txt file inside this folder. I'm going to install the packages inside that folder. You need pip3 for that. Please make sure to install it before running this command. Since I already installed all the packages, it says requirement already satisfied. If you are doing it for the first time, all the packages will be installed. The next step is to make a copy of the sample folder inside the inventory. You can go inside this inventory folder, and you can see there is a folder called sample. I'm going to take a copy of it. I'm going to call the new folder as sdapcluster. This is the folder I'm going to work on. I'm going inside that new folder. The next step is to create a YAML file called host. I'm going to use VI editor to create the new file. Inside that folder, you need to provide this whole content. This is where we specify the IP addresses of all the Kubernetes nodes. I have 3 nodes, and in each parameter you have to specify the IP address of those servers. And you can also see the master node of the Kubernetes cluster. I'm specifying the node 1 as the master node, and node 2 and node 3 as the working nodes. So for your case, you can specify this IP address based on what you have. Now I save that file. The next step is to make sure are you able to connect from the base station to the Kubernetes cluster. I'm going to use SSH for that. This is one of the servers in the Kubernetes cluster, the server IP address. So I'm trying to use SSH. I'm able to do so. If you have any authentication issue, please make sure to copy the SSH key from this base station and put it inside the authorization keys of your Kubernetes cluster. I exited from that server. The next step is to look into the add-ons file. It is inside the inventory folder. go inside this group underscore var, kids underscore cluster, you see a addons.yml file. Open that file and make sure you have two variables. Set it as true here. The one is the Helm enable, you need to set it as true. The next thing is the ingress. This one, ingress nginx enable, that should be also set as true. Change that. That's it. Now you can save this file. Now we are all set. The next step is to run the Ansible playbook to start the Kubernetes cluster. So here is the command for that. I'm going to copy this, and so before that, make sure you are inside the kubespray folder. That's from where you need to run that command. So now I'm inside the sdapcluster folder and I'm going to run that from here. Make sure you are inside the kubespray folder. Now I'm inside the kubespray folder and run the ansible playbook command that will start the Kubernetes clusters. This will take few minutes to bring up the Kubernetes clusters, so let's wait. The process is finished now. Now let's go on to the Kubernetes master node and check the status of all the nodes. Here is the master node I created for this Kubernetes setup process. Log in as a root user and use kubectl get nodes command to check the status. Here you can see there are 3 nodes. This one, the node 1 is the master node, and other 2 are the working nodes. And you can see the status of all these 3 nodes already, which means the setup process is successfully completed. Thanks for watching this video.